Welcome back. You're watching NewsX with me, Riyadh Dwivedi. Now, the top story of the hour is Mahakumbh Mela in Prayag Raj. Famous industrialist Gautam Adani is said to be participating in the Mahakumbh in Prayag Raj. Adani's visit will include stops at significant locations such as the ISKCON temple and the iconic Bade Hanuman Mandir. His itinerary also includes a scheduled boat ride on the Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati confluence and Gita Pagoda visit as well, further engaging in the religious activities of the festival. Despite the chilly weather and tense fog, a massive crowd of devotees gathered at the Triveni Sangam in Prayag Raj today to take a holy dip. In fact, earlier today, the selfie point has also been installed near Ayodhya's Ram temple that has become a major attraction for devotees. So that's the latest that's coming in at this point of time. We have with us my colleague Arzu Seth joining us live from the ground. Arzu, what's the situation on the ground? What are the reactions coming in from the devotees? And how is the situation in terms of the environment and the buzz when it comes to his visit?
Well, all the arrangements has been made. Right now, I'm at the VIP ghat where soon Gautam Adani is going to reach here and would like to show the visuals also. This is the VIP ghat where the arrangements have been made, and not only this, but we will show you the another boat from which he is going from this VIP ghat to the Sangam nose. So you can clearly see the another boat on the visuals. These are the exclusive visuals. The boat has been decorated with beautiful flowers, and from this boat he will be going to the Sangam nose where along with the five pandit, he will be offering the puja and will offer aarti at the Sangam nose, and there he will be offering his prayer to the Triveni Sangam and the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, and it is a very much significance to offer the prayer here during the Mahakumbh especially. And you can see, in fact, when we talk about the devotees also, devotees in large number are visiting here, and you can, in the visuals also, you can see, the devotees sitting on the boat and taking a boat ride, and there also you can see, this is the VIP ghat, and the preparation have all been made here. As you can see, everything has been decked up so that there should be no discomfort to the devotees. Also, when we talk about the schedule itinerary of the Gautam Adani, he will be firstly going to the ISKCON temple there where the massive kitchen has been made in collaboration. The ISKCON is distributing the food in collaboration with the Adani group, where within a day more than 100 1 lakh people have their food, and there are several points in the Mela area. Around 10 points have been made where the distribution of the food are taking place. Langar is taking place. The Bhandara, we can say, is taking place, and so that the aim is that the devotees who are coming doesn't face any problem. They should not stay empty stomach, and that's why all the arrangement has been made. Not only this, but also in collaboration with the Gita Press, also the distribution of some free books in a free price also being done, so that the awareness about the culture is also, the religion is also going to the devotees. So a massive contribution this time the Adani group has made in the Mahakumbh, and today also where I'm standing right now, in just few minutes after Adani will be visiting the ISKCON, he will be coming here, and from here he will be taking a boat. This is behind me, you are seeing a boat. After taking this boat, he will be going to the Sangam nose at the point where it is said that the Amrit was fallen, and at that particular point he will be offering the prayers to the Ma Ganga. Yes.
All right, Arzu. We also have with us Dr. Sharat Kohli, is a senior economist, Dr. D.K. Hari, co-founder of Bharat Gyan, and D.K. Hema Hari, co-founder of Bharat Gyan, joining us on the telecast. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us on the telecast. I'll start first and start the conversation with Dr. Sharat Kohli. Dr. Sharat Kohli, when we talk about Mahakumbh, and in general, a lot of people view this as a center and an event or a celebration of spirituality and religion. But it's also something that acts as a major economical boost for the country, not just Prayagraj, but in the country as a whole, because it's not just that the small local pop shops that are boosting because of that. There's been hoteliers, there's businessmen, all of them thrive because of Mahakumbh. So what's your take on that?
Well, good morning, Ria, and good morning to the viewers of NewsX and my fellow panelists. I think it's going to be a massive economic booster, not just to Prayag Raj, but Uttar Pradesh as the second tier, because it's a 25 lakh crore economy, and we are expecting total GSDP addition of between 2 lakhs to 4 lakh crores, with over 40 crore people likely to visit during the 45-day period, that is from 13 January to 26 February. You know, travel, tourism, hotel, hospitality, religious tourism, every kind of industry, food, every kind of industry is going to get boost. And I think some of the infrastructure, as I've said earlier also on your channel, is going to be permanent, which is going to be Prayagraj and UP's assets forever. And you know, the kind of fervor this is drawing from, not just from Indians, from people overseas also. If you have Dakota, you know, saying something in the ears of Nandiji and asking for a wish at the Shiva temple, you can only imagine the kind of fervor and the kind of belief that foreigners have in the Indian spiritual system. I think it's a big religious and spiritual experience. This is a one-time opportunity, because a Kumbh like this, I'm told, comes after 144 years. This is a Mahakumbh, you know, although the Kumbh happens every 6 to 12 years. But then this has got special importance, and the kind of infrastructure which the UP government has set up over there, along with the central government, more than 7,000 crores spent with every kind of facility. We should not forget that Prayagraj did not have a single five-star hotel, you know, so it wasn't possible to overnight construct a five-star hotel there for stay. So these luxury tents have been created, which are more than facilitated as compared to a five-star hotel, and that too right on the banks of the river. I think doing a snan, taking a dip at the nose where the three rivers meet is a divine experience. It is very rare, because Saraswati there, for the people who don't know, is an invisible form. Ganga and Yamuna, they meet there, they take you on a boat, there is a bridge, you take a dip. It's an absolutely out of the world experience. And I think the kind of satisfaction you get. Now, some people ask me, Ria, that what happens, because you, apart from the experience of having a bath in the river, what else do you get for the people who don't believe in scriptures, for the people who don't believe in the religious rituals? I think it is something which is to be felt there. It is hard to explain. The people who've been there, I've had the privilege of going there earlier. I am also planning to go there probably later this week. But the kind of satisfaction you get, the kind of feeling you get, is only to be expressed, and not everything can be brought to words. So I think it is a big spiritual experience which one has to go. And you know, another important thing, Ria, is a lot of people are thinking that 40 crore people coming, and you know, there was a minor fire also. There's a lot of people are skeptic about going, that it's going to be a lot of bheed bhaad, a lot of crowd there, so we'll have problems. That's not true, because there are so many Shahi snans. First of all, the crowd gets spread into all these snans, number one. Number two, the arrangements are so streamlined, and they have used technology for bookings, for overseeing, monitoring, security. Everything is very, very tightly controlled. So I really don't think, and you know, the whole excitement of going there in a crowd, it's a Mela after all, you know, they call it as Kumbh Mela. So when you're going to a Mela, you have to be, if you don't see the crowds, you will not enjoy the Mela. Imagine having a dip all by your own, and having a dip with thousands of other people around you. I think that is the beauty of the place. It's a once in a lifetime experience, and I would urge all those who are watching your show right now, please do not hesitate. Because of the crowd, you can be assured of very good arrangements there, and you can go and have a dip, have the spiritual experience, which probably the generations to come you'll be able to narrate, Priya.
All right. We also have with us Dr. D.K. Hari, co-founder of Bharat Gyan. Dr. D.K. Hari, when we talk about something like Mahakumbh, but I want to talk about this in a broader perspective. In India's spirituality in general, we've seen that it has attracted a lot of people in the past as well. We've seen that recently Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson was here. We have seen Steve Jobs' wife is also currently at Mahakumbh. We have, other than global celebrities, we are also keeping on our live screen, you can see Gautam Adani is there. But when we talk about global celebrities in general, and people, when we're talking about foreign devotees, there have been major names that have been associated, and they came to India for this spiritual awakening and journey. We have talked about, when we talk about Beatles, they also came to India for that. We talk about Madonna, and there's also Sting, and there's also Steve Jobs, and there's Mike Jagger and Gwen Paltrow. So many people have come to India for this spiritual journey, and Mahakumbh is a testimony to that as well, that people come to Mahakumbh from all over the world for this peace and this confluence of faith and harmony. So what's your take on that?
Good point, Riya. First of all, thank you for having us, and namaste to our fellow panelists and to all the viewers, audience. Thank you. And each civilization and many countries have their different brands. They're unique for their own way of branding. Bharat, that is India, one of its special brandings is spiritualism, being spiritual. No other country, no other civilization can even come near claiming that spirituality itself is a brand of the civilization. When you talk about branding, global branding today and different aspects, here we have had spirituality as a brand of this land, the civilization, not just for 10, 20 years, or few decades, or few centuries, but actually a few millennia and more. That is the beauty of it. And fundamentally, what are we doing when we say being spiritual? While everything in this world, you see also external with your eye, there is something called the inward eye, where we look within. This looking within we can do wherever we are, whether we are in US or England or Europe or Japan, you can do it wherever you are. But at the same time, when you do it at a particular place, it's that much more refreshing, enriching, and the Anubhava experience is that far better. And when it's all done collectively by lakhs and crores of people, when the astral alignments also happen, your inward lookingness is so beautiful. Because we got English poets like Wordsworth, etc., speaking about the inward eye a couple of centuries ago, repeatedly. But if you look at in Bharat, it's always we speak about doing things together. Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuge. So you look at things and do things collectively in congregation. So when you look at the idea of senses, also the idea of Indra, because we mentioned about the drop of Amrit, so Indra is intrinsically part of it. We all have a 5 senses that are our Indriya. But collectively, when lakhs and crores of people come together to a place and start dhyana, because the word meditation in the English language has got its limitations for the language purpose, but when you say dhyana, it's more inward looking, and each of us do it collectively. That becomes a consciousness. Individually, it's a senses. Collectively, it's a consciousness. And when people of global relevance come together and do it as a global effort, it is global consciousness. And to become the world at large, we see change of the mindset happening. When the mindset change happens, you bring in that being alignment with yourself, your body, your breathing, and then your immediate friends and colleagues and family and all that. Then the mind influences your activities as well. So so the idea of when you say do good, it's nice, but more importantly, we have to be in alignment with everything to do that good. So the do good cannot be a one-off. It has to be ingrained in a self. And what better place to get it? Doing it collectively and in dhyana. And when the astral alignments also happen and rivers align, waters align. So it is not just 2 rivers, Ganga and Yamuna aligning. When they align, and he said you get the 3rd river, Saraswati. The term Saraswati itself has the word Saras in it, the first half of it. Saras, Sarovar, where the waters itself come together. So the coming together of the waters of 2 mighty rivers, they're forming a big Sarovar right in the middle of the 2 rivers. And there you bring in all these concepts. And as I said earlier too, our body is made up of 70% water. This earth is made up of 70% water. So aligning with all this, that's when you think inward, the invigoration happens. And what better way than have a fresh in snan, in frosty cold water. That's so refreshing. And then we do it together with people, and then we contemplate about ourselves, the times that we live in, the happenings around us, the knowledge that this civilization has been able to bring forth and share with us for centuries and millennia, the whole Anubhava experience is certainly invigorating then, which is why Bharat Ratna Vaman Kane, 50 years back when he wrote the Dharma Sastra, he speaks about 5 snana, starting from Jnana Snana, Nada Snana, and finally Jala Snana. So when we talk about Kumbh, we all generally in media and photography and elsewhere writing, we speak about only Jala Snana, that is taking a dubki, a dip. That is important because you need to clean your Sharira body too. Important. But that is the 5th among the hierarchical snana. So knowledge snana is one where we all collaborate, discuss knowledge. That is knowledge of how the creation happened, knowledge of what times we live in, knowledge about what is happening and what do we need to do to react to be in the right perspective. So there are 5 snanas actually. And Nada snana, where you hear so much of mantras, you hear all the good things happening. So the elevatingness, the Anubhava experience is wholesome. And what better place than where everybody from the world, the who is who, the happening, those who are interested in introspection happen to be here. That is the apt time to be here. And a 45 days, that is a mandala, is even more
all right,
congregated confluence.
Dr. DK Hari, I would also like to take in DK Hema Hari in the conversation. DK Hema Hari, for the first time, what we are seeing in the history is we are seeing tradition meets technology, and technology is being seamlessly integrated in the Mahakumbh and transforming into a digital Mahakumbh. So what exactly is your take on this, the fusion of spirituality and innovation that we are seeing in Mahakumbh?
For having me on and this lovely question. See, actually, our co-panelist, Dr. Sharadji, also brought in the aspect of economy. See, if you look at it, this Kumbh, in India, we have this concept of Devi Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Durga. So this Kumbh, if you see, is a very beautiful churn of all these 3 Devis. Because ultimately, in the Kumbh, you are gaining a lot of knowledge, you are relating to knowledge, the dhyan and the jnana, and it's causing a lot of this churn of Lakshmi. And this has been so always. India, every year, there is a Kumbh, a Sangam, a Pushkar happening on every river. And this has been the focus point for every yatra. Continuously in India, we have been having yatra, not only to all these tirth, but also to various other temples per se as well. So that has been the tourism, and it has always kept the economy in churn, kept industry in churn, because as people travel, they go and meet fellow people from the same discipline in the other towns. They increase, exchange information about skills, the trade. So that's caused a lot of churn in the aspect of economy as well. And Sanghe Shakti, when people join together, such large-scale events can happen only when there is all this kind of togetherness and a concerted aspect of working together. You have to work like an orchestra. And in present times, they have always been, systems have been the basic underlying aspect of every Kumbh. Otherwise, they couldn't have happened even in those days. So whatever technology permitted of each time, you have to use to ensure that these events go off, and people have used it at those times, and in today's times, right, when you have digital technology.
All right, Dr. DK Hema Hari, I want you, all 3 of you, to stay with us, but unfortunately we have run out of time for the time being, but I would like you to stay for the further telecast. We'll slip into a short break, and that's a wrap the bulletin.